Morning guys, it's January the 20th. I'm Henry Green from London Trading Group. Just a quick one before we start. It'd be great if you could just leave a comment in the description box in our YouTube video just to let us know what you think of our new introduction. That'd be fab. So I'm going to get cracking now. So euro dollar, as I usually do, found a bid again yesterday on this outer trend line. So on my hourly, we kind of highlighted these areas. So what I was kind of highlighting with this was that when it had kind of hovered around these lows, so 108.20 was this area, 108.60 was yesterday. It kind of spent 6 hours in the prime volatility zone, just going nowhere. So that was kind of the initiator for me that it was going to bounce. It did bounce. We've kind of gone one D up, and now we're on to the second D. So I think 109.60 or 109.70 area is probably quite a good sell zone for this. We did, however, last time when we took this leg up, we hit the D and then we've come all the way back down again. So if this does happen, I expect maybe a rejection candle up here somewhere, and then maybe we see this come off. So if we quickly look back to last time and exactly how it did it, let's have a look. So this was the period last time. So we're looking at this kind of period. So it kind of goes sideways for a little bit, and you kind of have maybe a small double top formation, and then it comes off. But certainly at the moment, Euro doesn't look like it's going anywhere fast. It looks like it's just going to turn around again. Sorry, it looks like it could continue, and I have got it on this moving average up here on the day. So we've got the 100 moving average coming in here, which has held on nicely before. So let's just see whether it holds up here. 109.60, 109.70, I think. And if we'd certainly close above here, then I think we're going to take that top side that I've been talking about. Obviously, Draghi speaking tomorrow. A couple of the traders here think euro dollar goes bid on the back of that. So we'll wait and see. It goes bid, during his speech, and then comes off afterwards. So we'll see what happens with that one. Cable had a great day on the downside yesterday. This continuing market on the downside. Just no sign of stopping. Again, it pulled back to the 8, the one that we've talked about so many times, and this past market angle worked perfectly again. So I know that a couple of guys who'd watched the video were certainly in this, and this kind of provided a prime opportunity to get in as well. So 143.30 was the area that I had a good level of resistance at. So I'd certainly sold at 143.30, and it then since dumped. Obviously, I didn't quite pick the low because I kind of took some out of the D when we had a small rejection down here. We have since bounced. So what I expect today is if we do get a pullback, again, that past market angle will be going in. There's no need not to use it. It's worked so many times. And then I'll be targeting the 127. So 140.30 area, I think, is quite a good one in cable. And then that takes us down to the I've got a good level of support down there as well. So 140.30 looks to me like quite a clear sell down to. So just watch for that in cable. So dollar yen rejected off that daily daily past market angle that we talked about in here. So that was a really good sell zone. 118.10 again, a level that we talked about. This past market angle was in. Oops, excuse me. This past market angle was in. So again, you could have just sold through here. Nice lower high before it broke. Closed below here was then a sell. The moving averages have narrowed nicely, so we might get this impulse kick again like we did last time. So if you just put the distance in terms of how far this market came off, we are sort of now getting down towards the levels where we expect it to hold. 116.30 is my zone, so we'll wait and see what happens with that. If in terms of the lows, we are nearly bang at them, so just be careful. Maybe a bounce in dollar yen here, so just be wary that dollar yen could bounce. But if it does go through those lows, expect a lot of yen strength, certainly in the current market. So that's what I'm looking for dollar yen. Dollar CAD relentless again. Look for these good buying zones. This was the 90 moving average, so I had the 80 in. But it just kind of blipped it through here. So this kind of area here, the 80 kind of closed, this closed below it. So I kind of just moved it out to the 90, and we held perfectly on it yesterday. So that was kind of a good bit of technical analysis there. We have hit the D on the downside. So in terms of how you could get in these confluence levels, we're at the lows here. As you can see, buy stepped in here. We're at the fib sub D, so down here. So that was kind of a high probability area. Nice double bottom formed, and then we have since rallied. So that was a really good trade yesterday. Had any of you got that, well done. It was a really good one to get in, and all the technicals lined up nicely. So now we have to assume that we're going to go on to test this first level up here of 146.80, I'd say. And then we go even higher. I don't really have anything between 146.30 and 149, so we'll wait and see. I expect a big, well, I certainly expect a response at 147.70 should we get up there. So we'll just wait and see what happens when we get up there. But certainly this looks like a buy again. But what I've been saying in the past, obviously, is wait for those prime entrances. So this could do one or two things. It could go sideways like this, or you could get a retest of this trend line. If you do get a retest of this past market angle that I've got in here, this white one, I'd certainly be looking to buy that. And again, if it goes lower, we look for those moving averages again. So again, it's pretty easy to map this one, but just make sure you're not stopped out, because this is a market that is trending just like cable, and therefore you shouldn't be stopped out in it. So Aussie, let's have a look at that.
So Aussie just turned over. We kind of highlighted 69.50 as a good zone. So what happened on the daily chart, you can see we've broken through this. I had a really good level of support down at 69.10. We broke through, we've retested it, we've retested this 8 moving average, we've tried it again today, and we've since sold off. So I think if this hovers around the lows, be wary that it could go bid again. So obviously when we've had this, so we've had one, twice, and this is the third time now we're having to go. So just be wary that if it holds here again, Aussie could go bid today, and then we could see this maybe go through the top side. But certainly this does look like a sell. We have retraced now into the 38, so that was the high probability trade done. And so now you can expect it to first take on 68.15, and then we go on to finally target that 67.50 area that I've talked about before as a final target. I think that could be really good. Kiwi dollar, again, through this past market angle, the one we've been talking about. So it kind of did this before. We kind of went through and it kind of just hesitated. So this is just the kind of dead period. So we've kind of been through the night. It's just kind of done nothing. So through those lows, so through sort of 63.60, I'd be looking to take that down to 63.10. So sort of 50 pips you've got to get there. If you get any sort of retracement, certainly back to this past market angle. So I'll be certainly looking for sell zones in here. I'll be looking to sell this again. These moving averages have narrowed nicely, and we're having this burst that we've talked about. But 63.30 I've got as a good level, so just be wary of that one. Look for good areas to get into this. So I'm going to set my sell zones for Kiwi and Aussie. Certainly cable looks like it needs to retrace before we get into that as well, and as does dollar CAD. So there's a few that we could line up. I think potentially we have continued euro strength. It looks like it could continue. So if we have euro strength, maybe even yen strength if they go through the lows. If Aussie and Kiwi, well, if Aussie holds at the lows, we get Aussie strength. So at the moment, the two that look clear for weakness again for me today, maybe into the afternoon, are the pounds and the CADs. So maybe pound yen, euro sterling, and then we're also looking at pound, euro yen. Also again maybe another. Let me just check that again. Yeah, so CAD. So they were looking at CAD yen, sorry, pound CAD, and then the yens as well. So pretty interesting day, I'd say. But just be careful, make sure you're not getting stopped out in these markets. Click subscribe again to never miss another video of ours. I do these every day, and also the live virtual floor will be running as usual from 7 till 10. So join us on that as well, and from 1 till 4. So I hope that's been useful, and have a good day trading. Thanks very much.